everybody, welcome to What's Cooking Wednesday. You are watching the Second Chance Kitchen. I am Christy. Thanks for joining me today. Okay, so today's recipe is hopefully going to be an easy one, quick and easy. Let's get right into it. Hands are washed, hair is pulled back, apron is on, and today's recipe comes from my little binder. Haven't really been able to go to estate sales lately. We've been super busy with trying to sell our house and trying to find a new one. So we've been lacking in the going to estate sale part of this whole journey with me, but that's okay. I have a bunch of recipes, and all right, so again, today's recipe comes from this one that is labeled Mom's Recipes, and they are handwritten recipes in case you haven't seen any of my previous couple weeks videos. They are handwritten, but they are photocopies. And you know what? That's totally fine with me because it's still handwritten, and I guess they chose to keep the originals, and that's okay. I get to share in these too. The problem I'm finding though with all of these recipes in this binder is they are mostly ingredients and not a lot of directions. And sometimes the ingredients don't even have measurements. It's just a list of ingredients. So it's been a little tough, and her handwriting honestly is a little difficult to read in some of these recipes, but you know what, I'm trekking through, and if I can't figure something out, then I will ask around because I'm pretty good at reading cursive, but some of her handwriting is a little sketchy. Anyway, so today's recipe, we are making avocado dip. So there's her handwriting. There's the recipe. It's the one on the very top. Avocado dip. And so basically like a guacamole, but she's calling it an avocado dip. And here are the ingredients. We have 3 avocados mashed, lemon juice, doesn't say how much, salt, doesn't say how much, Worcestershire sauce, and I know I said it incorrectly, but that's okay, that's how I say it, and it's totally fine, everybody knows what I'm talking about. It doesn't say how much, and 2 medium tomatoes. So let's get to making. I've got my avocado mashed already, so let's cut up an onion. Not an onion, a lemon. I've got a fresh lemon to use for the lemon juice, and that's probably just to keep the avocado from, from turning brown or whatever. And tomatoes, I'm going to use the Roma tomatoes because those are the tomatoes that I like. And she didn't say what kind. So let's get to cooking. Although we're not really cooking, we're just kind of mixing stuff together. And all we're gonna need is a margarita later on. Let me pull you down so you can see what I'm doing. Bear with me a second here while I try not to get you into the cabinets. All right, how's that? Let me know if that's not a good view. And let's chop up the tomatoes real quick first. This is how I like to have them prepared, and then I'm just going to chop it up. I'm just in this to have fun and to bring these recipes back to life. Not necessarily back to life, but give them another second chance. That's why it's called Second Chance Kitchen. Give them a second chance at my kitchen so they're not lost in the abyss of the trash. You know what I mean? All right, so we have, it doesn't say how much lemon. We've got 3 avocados smashed in there. It's kind of, I got carried away when smashing. So I put the 2 tomatoes. Give that a quick stir. It calls for lemon juice. Does not say how much, so let's just squeeze a little bit in there. Catch the seeds. Let the juice in. That might be too much. Let's add a little bit of salt. And then I guess we'll put a dash of Worcestershire sauce in there. And we'll taste that, see if we need more salt. Give it a good shake. Make sure, you want to always shake in case you've never used this kind of stuff before, because it will gather at the bottom. So you also want to make sure you shake it and get all those bits mixed up. And that looks good. I happen to love this stuff, but I know a lot of people don't. All right, well, let's give this a mix. And then we'll give it a taste and see how it is. All right, let's grab a chip and see how it tastes. And pull you back up so we can get the reaction. Hi, good to see you again. Okay, let's give this avocado dip a try. So in here we have 3 mashed avocados, 2 tomatoes, some lemon juice, salt, and some Worcestershire sauce. That's it. So it is basically like a guacamole, but it's got Worcestershire sauce in it, so it's going to give it a different flavor. So let's give it a try. Oops. As we break the chip. All right, here we go. I did go a little heavy on the lemon juice. That's okay. I'm gonna put a little bit more. Well, I'm gonna put a little bit more salt, only because it did not give measurements. So we're gonna put to taste. So add a little bit more salt, and a new salt flavor, and a little bit more Worcestershire sauce because I can't really taste it. And normally I don't do this, but because the recipe does not give measurements for this stuff, we're just gonna make it to taste. See how it tastes. So let's put a couple more dashes of Worcestershire sauce in, because I think you want to be able to taste it, right? All right, let's give it a little mix. Personally, I think it needs some fresh onion. But I love onion. All right, let's try it again. Grab another chip. All right. Some tomato. There we go. And these chips are lightly salted, so normally you would just get regular chips that are kind of salty. So that would help with the salt flavor. Let's try again. I still can't really taste the Worcestershire sauce. I don't know what it does. Do I need to add more? Let's add some more. Let's add till we can taste it. So I probably put about 2 tablespoons of this stuff in already, which seems like a lot. But you can't really taste it. At least I can't taste it. And it's turning avocados brown. Though it doesn't look too brown on camera, but in person it does. A little bit more salt, only because my chips are not salted. I don't want to put too much because I don't normally have a taste for salt, so if I get to the point where I can taste it, or if I think it's too salty, it's too salty. So I'm not going to put any more after that. Again, garlic powder and onion powder, fresh onion, maybe some jalapenos. That's just normal guacamole. We're not making guacamole today. We're making an avocado dip. Because there's a difference, right? Okay, I have to get myself out of that frame of thought. This isn't guacamole, it's an avocado dip. All right, try one more time. 3rd time's a charm. This is gonna be it. This is gonna be the, oh, it's so good. Not that it wasn't good before, because it is good. I just couldn't taste the Worcestershire sauce, so let's try again. 3rd time's a charm. I still can't taste it. And I don't know how much you're supposed to put. I've probably shaken about 2 tablespoons worth in there. Maybe I should have been measuring the whole time. Anyway, so that's today's recipe. Avocado dip. Looks pretty and green on the camera. Looks a little brown over here because I've put in so much Worcestershire sauce that I cannot taste. Should I put some more? I'm gonna add a little bit more. A little bit more. Probably about another teaspoon's worth. As I drip it everywhere. All right. So there it is in there. Let me mix it one more time. And yes, I'm using a fork. But it has not helped from mashing up the avocados. So there it is. Oh, I hiccup, excuse me. One more try. All right. last try. Fourth time's a charm. Okay. Here we go. Fourth time. We're gonna get this. Is gonna be it. This is gonna be it. Watch. Y'all, I can't taste it. So either I'm not putting enough, or maybe it just needs to sit to let the flavor come together. But as of right now, I cannot taste the Worcestershire sauce in this at all. And I put 2 tablespoons and probably a teaspoon's worth. And oh well, this is probably a needless ingredient. But maybe I'll try it again later, give it a little bit of time to kind of all sit together, and then it'll probably taste like too much Worcestershire sauce. But I just add some avocado. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Anyway, so that's it. Avocado dip today. Let me show you the recipe one more time so you can see. Avocado dip. It's the one on the top. Not this one. The one on top. There's the recipe. Just ingredients. No directions. Nothing. So, Mom's recipes. Thank you, Mom, for another recipe out of your binder. Not my mom. This lady's mom. Some lady named Mom. Alright, anyway, thank you for joining me today. That was quick, easy, and simple. And I hope you enjoy yourself today and have some margarita when you make your avocado dip. You know what? Try it. Let me know how you like it. Let me know if you can taste the Worcestershire sauce. And if you can, how much did you add? Because I can't taste it. I can't taste it. Kind of disappointing because that's an ingredient I never really put in my green stuff before. Anyway, y'all have a blessed day, and I will catch you next week. Have a great one. Thanks for joining me. Bye.